Sandro Piovesan here from the silo at the magnificent Hunt Hill Farm. Yes, magnificent indeed. Oof. This place is amazing, right? I say it every day, and I'm going to keep saying for every single day of my life because it's so hard to explain. You got to come here, you got to be here to, see 400-year-old, 400 plus year old wood beams. There was hand healed. Crazy. Crazy stuff. This is another session of the Great Room up in the mezzanine close to the 1862 pipe organ that is right there. You'll see it later. We'll go back to some of my videos and you can see it. It's such a beautiful piece of art. Unbelievable. Now for the most important question of the day. How are you feeling today? Are you energized, excited, committed to making today the best day of your life, and tomorrow and every single other day that you'll be blessed with the gift of life that allows you to do anything and to be anything and everything you want to? On your way up there? Awesome. Awesome. Because we are here to help. If we can help, this will be amazing. I mean, because I am here willing to help. There are other people there, and there's a lot of people around me here too that wants to help. Giving tools and teaching awesome stuff for those that believe they could use some new tools to tune up their big brains and take advantage of this awesome, 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 awesome gift that happens every day when you open your eyes in the morning. Just having two of them is such a good feeling. And being able to, to walk my dogs, to breathe, to see what I am and imagine and reimagine everything that I can do, everything that's possible, and it's all up to me at the end of the day. As you know, this is where I take my time for myself to learn my guitar, to share the thoughts, ideas, situations that happen in my own life. So if you believe it helps you or someone that you know that could be going through some difficult times or simply looking for a different kind of outlooks in life and feel that my page can help, please do so and share with everybody. I'm going to put a little request there for that. So the reason I'm doing this is to share my day, right? My everyday, take time for myself because I am a workaholic. So I'm working on the whole thing of trying to do certain things that are not work related that allows me to, let's say, create my me time. When I do whatever I want to do that is not work related. So here I am with my acoustic electric guitar trying to learn some songs. I'm kind of perfecting the ones that I started last year. I will play one later. I'm taking this opportunity to also share some of my thoughts of the day that I wrote many years ago, 2003, when I had a website and was my first successful online venture. No, wasn't my first. Was my first. Let's say my first international successful web venture, and in the process, trying to keep my mind focused and making sure that I reminded myself where I wanted to go and how I want to get there was important. So every morning I woke up and would write what was going through my head, regardless. I'm not thinking of anything. Like I was doing the videos here. I wake up feeling in a certain way and I share what's going on in my head. So playing through my old files, I found my book. I was putting together a book of thoughts because I wrote thoughts for, about 2 years. I have tons of them. And I started organizing in the form of a little book that I was going to share with people. The idea is that you go in through the book, like the one that we're watching now, reading now, is called, I think, The Mind of Buddha. It's such a cool book. And so I found the other day and decided to start publishing them here and reorganize it. So eventually I will release the book for free so you guys can have it. So I picked this one this morning randomly And here we go. So we can elaborate from here. All that happens in our life is a reflection of our actions in this universe. We are capable of withstanding any and everything that life presents to us. All we have to do is believe in ourselves instead of trying to find someone to blame for our mistakes. God is not in heaven. God is inside of each and every one of us. This is pretty much what I've been talking about since the beginning of everything, right? That life is a wonderful thing. Life is a free gift that allows us to do and be anything we want to be or do. The way we choose how to live our lives is what determines if it's going to be awesome or not. But then you ask, okay, I'm having a shitty life because a lot of stuff happens to me and this and this and this and that. And what's going on? I didn't do anything to deserve this. Well, yes, this is true. A lot of happened to me too. I was, was thrown on the streets. I was 13, lived from 13 to 17 when my life was saved. But my life prior to be thrown on the streets was even worse, right? My mom was extremely violent. I grew up in an environment that was toxic, dark, cold. Believe it or not, when I found myself on the streets was kind of a little easier than my household because I could give it, right? I could give back that violence. I could give back that rage that at home you can't do it, right? It's like his mama, his uncle Alvaro, that monster. So those things, we don't know why life gave me this at certain young age. Have I been paying for stuff from the past, or am I super strong, the super powerful individual that God decided to strengthen my abilities to overcome to see if I was really capable? I don't know. I don't think I ever going to find an answer actually for this other than trying to make sense of the life I live today with all the knowledge that I acquired and and the wisdom and talking to people and understanding that yes, God gave you this Trojan horse gift, right? And here you are today. But it's a gift that if I didn't handle properly or didn't find the proper tools or help and this and that, it could have ended my life if I had made more wrong decisions or if Paulo Cruz hadn't showed up to help me out. I don't know. But a lot of the stuff that was horrible that happened to me has absolutely nothing to do with me. But after a certain period of time, I started to be myself and enraged and, you know what I mean? What the hell is going on here? And giving some of this stuff, the bad stuff that happened to me, to others, because I believe that everybody deserves to have some. If I'm having so much, why other people shouldn't have some? And I kind of entitled myself or empowered myself with the mission to spread violence and darkness around me because it was so abundant in my life. Then the consequences of this spread start to go into my scoreboard, and eventually I had to pay for that. You know, as if the stuff that life gave me that was tough enough before I was able to contribute to anything was just a bonus that came, and then suddenly I was going to go, okay, heaven, because you withstand the crap. But instead, I did a lot of crap, which got me stuck. But thank the energies of the universe, God, the source, in the form of Mr. Paulo Cruz de Azevedo, which is the guy that took me off the streets, gave me an opportunity to save my life forever. But I had to take that opportunity. I had to take that help instead of seeing as another opportunity to harm someone else. Because sometimes we pretend that we accept to be helped just so we can harm another victim. You know what I mean? Again, the only reason I'm talking about those things is because I've been there. I only talk about my life. I only talk about the things that I've been there, that I've done, that I experienced. So I own it. This way is much easier to talk about with confidence on those things. So I've been there. I took advantage of people that tried to help me because at that time I had no help. I had no people. I loved nobody. I respected nobody. I just wanted to end. I just wanted to give it. And it's the truth. Was I in survivor mode? No, I was probably in the thriving victim mode. I got into survivor mode when Paulo Cruz took me off the streets and gave me that real opportunity to work, to learn, to be respected, to make decisions for my own life in a way that makes sense if you are trying to live a decent life and really change yourself and change your living. That's what Paulo taught me. And it's hard. It's so hard because when you are on the streets or anywhere, when you are surrounded by darkness, when you're surrounded by heavy crap looming over your head, it's so freaking hard to find the positive way, to find that reason to go. But that's where the important things comes, when you are there feeling entirely and totally lost. You just want to end it. That's when you should come back home. Come here inside of yourself, reconnect, redirect this energy, this anger, this desperation towards something positive because this is not going to lead you anywhere. I mean, yes, it's going to lead you all the way down to the darkest and deepest hole that you can ever be. And if instead you understand that certain things you cannot control, certain things are far beyond your wanting and trying and doing, and you know what I mean? It's just gonna happen regardless of your desire. With that in mind, if instead of preparing to be a thriving victim, getting to the mood of desperation, practice everything that you believe, everything you give to others, everything you say to others, everything you say should be or would be. Just sit a little bit, breathe, and understand what else could I do that can actually give me an opportunity to grow. This whole shebang of crap that is happening now, it may be just a sign that it's time for you to search for a different direction. It's time for you to stop trying to force something to happen and just embrace the change, the opportunity to change. This whole world pandemic was an awesome opportunity for a lot of people to change. Like I said before, it's so weird to sit here and share all these blessings, all the good stuff that is happening in a time where most people are going through the worst experiences of their lives. That's one reason we didn't share much in 2021 because it was so weird when everybody's suffering, being affected by horrible, horrible consequences and things because of this world pandemic. And we've been blessed. It's like the whole world is in a state of fear and desperation, like I was when I was on the streets. And suddenly I'm here in a state of grace and feeling divinely guided towards a life far beyond what I could ever dream. But then, talking to my friends and my wife and my family, we decided, you know what, we have to share this because it's real. And I can't understand this. We signed and we got in here. I mean, we basically finalized the deal April 1st, 2020, right? The April Fool's Day. In the beginning of a whole world pandemic, because everything is going down, closing, losing directions, and not knowing what to do and all that, this happens. This amazing opportunity to simply blow our minds every day. That's why we're sharing with everybody. I have to share it. This is like almost my reality TV show. I can come here, talk to you, share what's going on, some of the ideas and the problem, and you can come and witness that. Soon you can go to our website and see what's going on. This is magic. This is a miracle that you can see, you can touch, you can smell it, you can even be part of it. It's fantastic. right? But now go 35 years back, 40 years back in my life and see and imagine if this would even be possible. That's why I say that believing in yourself, understanding who you are, knowing your power, your desires, your strength, and clearing your head and tuning your brains the best you can to focus in achieving the best living ever for your life and for the loved ones around you is totally possible. And most of it is a mindset. Is not attached to material things, is not attached to is a mindset. Feeling fulfilled, feeling happy is a mindset. And if your mind is not allowing you to see the blessings and the awesome things that are happening every day in your life, in your living as well, then we have to work. I'm sorry, see we, because I'm already embracing you and say, let's go together, but I'm sorry. You, me, I work every day on keeping my mind sharp and talking to my friends and see people that might be, in need of a word or of some kind of guidance, because it's all about you. Nobody can do for you. Nobody from do. Doesn't matter. We can sit and talk for hours and fill your heart with all the warmth you need to feel good at that moment. But if you don't take that and embrace it and realize that it's up to you and you can feel like that, it's just clear your mind from the useless, unnecessary thoughts, energy, feelings, and things that are not going to help you. This is where I know the little tool that I got from Genie Street last year, to help me clear my mind from bad stuff. Only what's from God and from love can come to me. So every time my mind is drifting toward a little darkness, my mind is pretty dark. Believe me, I have a super ultra dark sense of humor. Only few people can take it. But sometimes I allow my mind to drift a little bit into the super dark hole, and I imagine a few pretty dark things, but quickly I go into the only what's from God and from love can come to me. Only what's from God and from love can come to me. Take a deep breath, or I go outside and do the fire breather meditation. The 3 minute stuff. Cool, clears your everything. Plus, it brings some kind of relaxation, feel, euphoria. I don't know. Yeah, Ginny will have an opportunity to explain that to you better. But you know what I mean? Those are tools, like positive vibrations always. This is one of my tools. I use it all the time. Positive vibrations always. Every time I'm doing something that I feel it's not going towards the positive vibrations, I reshape myself. You know what I mean? We have everything we need inside of ourselves, and it's a matter of unlocking those codes to release the powers. You have the powers, you have the strength, you have the ability. And if for any reason, some reason at all, you're drifting towards darkness, going away from yourself, or the excessive light that might be shining on you for any reason, that could mm, um, put too much glare in your vision and in your mind, and you kind of feel distant from the root, from who you are. Come back home. Come here, inside of yourself. Sit down, think, analyze. Go back. Where there are no masks, where there are no pretending, no need to masquerade. Just with yourself and be blunt. Use the blunt truth, right? Analyze everything that you have done. Are you helping your friends? Are you being fair? Are you doing stuff? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Talk to yourself. And then open your buckets. The buckets of past happy moments, past achievements, the impossible things, the stinky stuff. Open them up. Open that happy moment bucket and look at all the happy moments that came into your life. For me, happiness is cumulative, like gratitude, never expire. You put it into those buckets, you look at it and be like, yeah, I remember this time. I remember this. Wow, this is so amazing. Then go into the impossible moments and be like, yeah, wow, I thought I would never get out of this. This is so impossible. It's not going to happen. It's not for me. I can't do it. I can't handle it. And here you are. You did it. You might not know how you did it. Like me, I just call it survival. I survived, and this is it. But professionals in the field of brain tuning call it neuroplasticity of the brain, right? We might just call it survival. We did not want to succumb to failure because you only fail, in my opinion, if you stop trying. So once you remember your happy moments, reconnect with them, and understand your strength with the impossible moments, take a little whiff on the stinky box. The stinky box for me is the place where you put all the stuff that you have done in the past and you're still doing now, maybe to people, your contributions to the world. That's where the consequences, the hard consequences, are going to come from. Because we know when you do good stuff and you're planting here and there, it comes back to you the same way that the stinky stuff. Because the stinky stuff is going to help you understand the level of contributions you have made to the living you're living today. Once you're aware of your strength, your powers, and the fact that you can be happy if you pursue, you can be fulfilled, but first you got to pay for the stuff that you've done that wasn't really right, and you have to pay. There's no discounts, there's no free ride. All right. And I tried a lot of those, they never came. But once you're aware of all of it, come back home. Come back home and then to the world and go after the life of your dreams, the living of your dreams. You can do it. It's totally possible. If you are open to using new tools and things that could help you, let's say, tune your brains. We're starting the experiential workshop series at the Silo. The first one is called Survivor to Thriver. The name says it all, right? Survivor to Thriver. You're going to hear awesome Survivor to Thriver stories, like mine, Ham, and other individuals that are joining us. We all went through ton of stuff, different kind of experiences, but the kind of the same baseline, shame, stigma, discrimination, lack of hope, depression. And after that, the awesome professionals from the universe of brain tuning is going to start sharing tools and information with the audience about how we did it without knowing about the tools, without proper education or knowledge. How did you do it? And they will explain. This is all here, this big mass of us called the brain. It's an amazing tool. We are going to start in January, but because of this whole COVID thing and being, proactive and trying to make sure that we protect everyone the best we can, since we don't know what's happening, we decided to skip the January and start in actually February. So give us an extra month or so to put things in order, see what's going on. Or you can go online, follow the link, register is entirely free. Thanks to Healthcare Advocates International from Stratford. Awesome people. Yeah, go in there. Don't waste any time. Share with your friends. It's going to be awesome. In the meantime, if you're feeling the need to reconnect or develop a deeper connection with Mother Nature, learn some awesome history, visit a magic place where you can feel the energy of healing and solidarity and happiness, come to the Silo, come to Hunt Hill Farm. I'll be glad to give you a tour or just leave you alone. But if you can bring 1 pound of non-perishable food that will be donated to support New Milford Social Services fight to eradicate hunger in our town, this will be phenomenal. Because at the same time, we'll also be supporting the achievement of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And we are focused on number 1 and 2, which is eradication of extreme poverty and hunger. It means a lot to me. All right? And I don't need to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube page because it's already there. I just want to wish you a fantabulous day filled with love, happiness, and this belief, this confidence in yourself, in the God that lives inside of you, to live the best life ever, the life of your dreams, with tons and tons and tons of positive vibrations always. So I'm going to play a little Johnny Cash now, which I think I'm perfecting, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna catch tomorrow now. You gonna wanna hold me just like I always told you. You gonna miss me when I'm gone. Nobody here will ever find me, but I will always be around. Just like the songs I leave behind me will be forever, you and I. Your fathers and your mothers, be good to one another. Please try to raise your children right. Don't let the darkness take them. Don't let them feel forsaken. Please drive them safely to the light. When this whole world blows under and all the stars fall from the sky, remember someone really loves you. We'll be forever, you and I. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna catch tomorrow. Thank you.